Hello, this is Samuel from Action Figure Fury, and today I'll be reviewing the NECA Toys The Lone Ranger Series 1 7-inch Tonto figure. As you know, The Lone Ranger was one of Disney's biggest box office failures in recent years, and NECA had the license to release a number of products from the film, including a 7-inch scale series of figures, which consisted of 2 waves, a quarter scale figure of The Lone Ranger and Tonto, a replica of Tonto's Tomahawk, and they had plans to release a 3 3/4 inch line of figures, which never came to fruition due to the failure of the film. Of course, there were some plans to release some of the villains of the film as well, which would have been really nice, but alas, they never came to be. I personally love the Lone Ranger film, and I really love the figures. They're some of the most underrated figures that I think the NECA have ever released. As you can see here, Tonto was of course played by Johnny Depp in the film, and the likeness to the actor is pretty darn good under that makeup. It looks really nice. This is definitely one of NECA's most detailed figures. It looks absolutely exquisite. Let me have a good look at that face, because it looks absolutely fantastic. You can see all the white, the black, and the cracks in it. The makeup looks really nice. It's got these headbands here, a variety of headbands with some feathers hanging down on both sides. Looks really good. You also got a dead crow on the top of the head, which I felt people found was a controversial choice of the costume, but I really dug it. Got quite a lot of jewellery on here. He's got around his neck a big necklace with loads of braidry and a bit of jewellery in it. Looks really nice. Of course, he's got this thing around the bicep of his arm, which looks really good as well. Got this like paint or war paint on his arm, which looks really good. Some little bracelet here, another little bracelet on this arm here, much smaller. Got a variety of belts around his waist. Looks really good. All the details in this is absolutely fantastic. I do love these two like sort of sash things here. Look really nice. They've come out really well. Of course, he's got his knife on his belt there, with a variety of belts there. And he's got his sort of, not sure what you'll call his pants. And he's also got wearing these moccasins with these little twisty little things coming off the descends. Looks really nice. Looks really authentic. I really do dig this figure a hell of a lot. I gotta go look at that face, because this paint, the face paint, is absolutely fantastic. Of course, you may be able to notice, what I find interesting is this figure doesn't have the flesh plastic, yet the quarter scale does, and it looks even better. But this also looks absolutely fantastic. The detailing is superb. I can't see any paint errors at all with this figure, but I know that some people found the arm paint is a bit inaccurate to the film, but it doesn't really bother me. It looks exquisite all the same. Really well happy how this figure's turned out. In the way of accessories, he only comes with his tomahawk. As you can see, there's a lot of braids on there, and the braids at the bottom of the hilt as well, on the pommel. Looks really nice. He's even got a knife here on his belt, which you can hold in his hand. It's a rather small knife, but it fits in his hand pretty darn well. Looks really good by just holding these tomahawk. They're the only accessories he comes with, I'm afraid. The way of articulation, he has a ball jointed head, which is not hindered at all. He has ball jointed shoulders, ball jointed elbows, ball jointed wrists, a ball jointed waist, so you can go get loads of motion out of that. That's really cool. Got ball jointed hips with swivels in there as well. He's also got single jointed knees and ball jointed feet, so he's full of articulation, so you can get the Tonto into a variety of poses, and he does look really good. This is one of my favourite pieces in my collection. And I have to say, if you're after these figures, you can get them quite cheap on the secondary market. And not even if you're not a fan of the Lone Ranger and you love westerns, this figure is an absolute must-have to get. They're really dirt cheap. It looks really good on the shelf. It's definitely one of NECA's best figures that no one picked up. It's a shame, because there's quite a number of NECA figures, early on and still today. At least some fantastic figures that no one really picks up, and this is definitely one of them. A highly underrated figure from a highly underrated film. I really personally dig this a lot. If you're after this figure, I recommend you probably pick it up on the secondary market like eBay or Amazon. You can find it for about £20 or under. Or I found it at an expo for about £15 or £12. I don't know I paid for it. It was an absolute bargain. If you can get these figures, they're a must-have. And if this review gets any interest, or anyone shows any interest in the comments below, I will review at some point the quarter scale figures, which I'll really dig as well. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this review, guys. You see me again soon. Bye for now.